Good morning and welcome back, children. Here again we are back with the most interesting story, that is the five children and it. I hope so you all are enjoying the story. Okay, so before I start with my further classes, I would like to just give a short recap of whatever we have done in the previous classes. Okay, so what we have done in the previous classes is that in the first part you have seen that there was five children, right? Along with them one baby was there. Okay, they all along with their parents went where? Went to a countryside in order to enjoy. Okay, so but because of some work, both of them have to leave. Mother and father both have to leave, along leaving the children back. So they both were left, but who was left? The children, and they leave the children along with one cook and a caretaker, that was Martha, right? So few days they find it very they spend the time very nicely, very happily, very jollyfully, but after some time they started feeling bored, right? When there was a lockdown in the initial timing, you all are finding it so interesting. Wow, school is closed, so nice, so good. But after some time, what happened? After some time, that same thing became very boring. Now I think so you all might have understood the importance of a school, right? Maybe it can be because of friends, or maybe it can be because of studies, whatever, but school is important anyhow. So they plan to go out for making a sand castle. So when they were making the sand castle, they come across a very strange type of a creature, right? Now that creature was having a very weird type of a look, right? It was as tall as a cat. Its hands and feet was it was completely hairy like a monkey and very tall. And not just that, its ears was also as sharp as a bat's ears. Wow. Then after, these children were very surprised that who this creature is. After a lot of queries, that creature introduced itself that I am a sand fairy. I am a sand fairy. And with full pride, it tossed its ears, the tip of the ears. So after that, the children insisted for the sand fairy to come up so that they can see. So when the sand fairy, according to the wish, came up first. But after asking the rest of the children, like Robert was getting very enthusiastic and very inquisitive, asking that where are the rest of yours? So he says that because of the pollution which has been created by the human being, all the creatures of us has completely vanished. We are no more. So we all have vanished. So after saying this creature was almost ready to go. So after that, James said that if you are sand fairy, and before going, I want you to fulfill my one of the wish. So this creature said that I have already fulfilled one of your wish by coming out of my hole. What more do you want? It says that Jane said that just one more. So it said that, oh, if you are grumbling so much, so anyhow fine, I'll fulfill. Say what? So he says that. So after saying that, he says that fine, I'll fulfill one of your wish. Ask. So Anthea said that we want to be more beautiful than what we are. That is what is being given in those lines. The Pasmeed stretched out its eyes on their stalks and seemed to hold its breath and puffed itself out until it was twice its normal size. As this creature has also become very weak. So after the magic, it became very weak and very tired. So after the magic, it just fell down. I hope it doesn't hurt itself, said Anthea. So Anthea immediately said, I hope that you have not hurt yourself. Robert said anxiously, or cracked its skin, or you have harmed your skin. Then Pasmeet suddenly let out its breath and clapped down to its unusual size. Then, just after that, it immediately after that just slid and just became a smaller size and just went away. I hope that didn't hurt, said Anthea. Anthea was very considering and very kind-hearted, and again and again she was saying, just I hope that this creature has not hurt itself. Just my whisker, it said. You are a kind and a thoughtful child. It says that you are a very kind and a very good child. And I just hurt my whisker, no other part, I'm fine. Quicker it buried itself in the sand again. The children looked at each other. Each of them was looking at three astonishingly beautiful faces. It was like looking at strangers. It had been for the clothes they would have known each other. As the physical appearance, the face look, the appearance has been changed. So it was very hard for them to recognize each other. It was the cloth which they were wearing, because the cloth has not been changed. The cloth was same. So it was the cloth which they have recognized, and they came to know that this person is this one and this one is that person. Okay, so only by the cloth they came to know that who they are. Sidrel, you look like a golden hair. They were all were appreciating at each other. Sidrel is saying that Cynthia is saying that Sidrel, you are looking very beautiful, just like a angel. It's not like you, I think I'd like, and Robert's better use. That all of them actually was appreciating each other. And you two girls, you look silly greeting cards, and they were even, I don't know whether it's an appreciating tone or it's a pulling thing, but they both were saying that you girls are also looking very different, just like a greeting card. I think so greeting card is beautiful, so this is appreciation only. Let's go home. It's a dinner. It must be dinner time. Now children, now here the suspense starts. Their face appearance has changed. Who all are there in the house? Cook and the Martha. Martha recognized these children by their physical appearance, and the physical appearance has been changed. And just not the Martha, but the baby. The baby, if you are having your uncle or auntie, if they are having a baby and they know you by your face, and if you go to them and ask the baby to come to you, you will see that the baby will not, if that baby will not recognize you, that baby will reject you. Got it? So that's very important, that the appearance matters a lot actually. So they decided to go home as it was a dinner time now. I'll carry the lamb, said Angel. The baby, who was woken up, took one of them at her howling. When the children tried to pick him, he only fought and kicked, as the baby could not recognize them. So the baby was also kicking and shouting that who these strangers are and why these strangers are picking me up. And just that what happened, it was an hour before the lamb would let them carry him home, and by the time the lamb was hungry as a lion, as thirsty as a, now lamb is very very thirsty, very very hungry. So whosoever has taken, that's not important that who is taking her home, but the importance is that she must reach home, right? So the baby was taken home. When they reached the house, Jane was almost falling under the lamb's weight. She was glad to hand him to Martha, who was waiting for them at the door. Martha snatched him from them. So now when they reached home, Martha could not recognize these children, and seeing lamb in the strange hands, immediately Martha snatched away the baby and said that who you all are carrying my child? Who on the earth are you? Martha is very very angry that I don't know who the stranger is and how come they have taken my baby. So he said that who you all are? What are you doing with our baby? We are us, said Robert. I am Robert. They started introducing themselves as their appearance has been changed. So each of them were introducing, saying that I am Robert, I am Sidril, I am Cynthia, I am Anthea. So they always actually introducing because their appearance has been changed, na? And I am Sidril, said Sidril. Let us in. So Sidril is saying that I am Sidril. So let us in now. We are very hungry. Please, we know we look different, but began Anthea. He says that fine, we are looking different from what we are. But anyhow, that's not the matter. Let us come in. I don't know you, who you lot means who you all are, or what you are up. Snatched Martha. But if our children put you up to this, they'll be in trouble. Shoo! She shut the door at their faces. He says that I don't know who you all are and why you all are here. But anyhow, if my children will be back and they'll see you, they'll be very angry. So just get out from here. And Martha just shut the door on the face. I don't know. The children banged at the door and rang the bell, but it was no use. They started banging the door, ringing the bell again and again, calling out to open the door. But Martha did not open the door. They wandered away down the lane, hungry, thirsty, and stunningly beautiful. They all were roaming. Wandering means roaming here and there. And finally they tried, and with nowhere to go, they sat down under a hedge. Finding no place to go, they just sat down under the hedge. It will wear off at sunset. He says that as the sun will set, we'll come back to our original appearance, said James. Then we look normal again. She says that as the sun will set, again we look as we were earlier. Then huddled together for comfort, they fell asleep. When Anthea awoke, the sun has set. It was right, she cried. We are normal again. So sitting near the hedge, they huddled, means sitting close to one another at a comfortable zone. They felt asleep as they were very tired also. Okay, so they all felt asleep. So they said that as the sun will set, we'll come back to our original appearance again. By the time, let's sleep. So as they slept, the sun set, and now they came back to their original appearance. Where do you think? So after that, what happened? When they came back to their original appearance, they thought that now let's move to back to the home. Where do you think you'd been? Demanded Martha when they got home. We had some very strange children here this afternoon. Martha is saying that I don't know where you all were. And when you all were not here, some strange children came saying that they were Sidril, Anthea, and all of y'all. Where you all were actually. They were horrible, said Anthea. They stopped us. See the wickedness? From coming home until now. We only just got away and we are starving. He says that those children have only stopped us on the way. They were not allowing us to come. That is why we were stuck. They were very bad children. Actually, this is a very wrong thing. So take this care that you don't do this. We'll take good care of to never see them again, said Robert. Well, don't you go near them again, said Martha. Or cook brought in the supper that looked and smelled delicious. So Martha is saying that don't you all go near them anymore. They are very naughty and they are very bad. I don't want you all to mingle up with those children. So they said that fine, we'll not go near them. So he says that well, take good care to never see them again, said Robert. Robert said that I don't want you all, and I will take care that we'll never see them again and we'll never come across them again, so that we don't get in any more trouble with such situations. Okay, and they never have, and they have never met. Why they have never met them again? Because they themselves was these strange or the chained children were. Right, children? I hope so you all have liked the story. Go through it, and I'm very certain you will, whatever part you all have not understood by the explanation while going through, it will be quite clear. And mark the, as I told you, reference to context, keep marking those. Okay, children? Chalo, till then, bye, children. Take care.